So today we're going to talk about the concept of a starter home. So a starter home is something that was pretty popular in real estate and talking about real estate up until recently. Recently, I've seen a huge shift from people, instead of understanding that their first house was not their forever home, I'm seeing a lot of people who are hoping their first house meets every single requirement they want and is a forever home. And that's something that traditionally we haven't seen. And the problem with it is it's not realistic, okay? So homeowner affordability in our country is a very big issue. But what another big issue is that people want the best, the most expensive, all the bells and the whistles when they're just beginning in their careers. And that's not realistic. That's why we've always had the concept of the starter home and step-up buyers. So what does that mean? So basically, traditionally what would happen, let's say you're 25, you're buying your first house. Okay, now would you love a 4-bedroom house with a 10-car garage and a pool and a sauna and marble heated floors and a butler? Yeah, of course, me too. However, back in the day, people realized that wasn't realistic. So they would go, okay, you know what? This is what I can afford right now. Let me find a house that fits within my budget. Okay? Now, it may not be the perfect neighborhood they want. They may have to start off in a neighborhood that is up and coming. And for anyone who wants to say there's no up and coming neighborhoods left in America, you're wrong. They're everywhere. There are up and coming neighborhoods. Everywhere you throw a rock, there is opportunity. Life is how you look at it. If you think there's no opportunity, you will have no opportunity. If you look for opportunity, you will find it. It's that simple, seriously. So people would start off with a starter home, right? Maybe it's 2 bedrooms, it's 1 bathroom. You know, it's a little bit uncomfortable for those first few years because you're sharing a bathroom. Well, guess what? Then either their incomes increased so they could afford more, and the house that they bought in that neighborhood that was up and coming, well, it's worth more because the neighborhood has turned and it's now a more desirable neighborhood. So they've gained equity in their home. They sell that home, they use that money and their higher income to go up to the next step, right? And this continues 10, 15, 20 years. That's how you see people gain money in the real estate industry. It's not like, you know, and that's where social media has really hurt us once again. And I love social media, but at the same point, like, I mean, think of Ariana Grande's song, right? You want it, or I want it, I get it. You want it, I got it. I want it, but it's all instant gratification. Our whole culture is instant gratification. We have $1 million listings being shoved down our throat. Like, think about TV, Selling Sunset, $1 million listing. All these HGTV shows where the bulk of these houses are dream houses. And the reason why everybody watches dream houses is because we dream about them. But the problem is that the dreaming is now what people are expecting as reality in many cases. And when they can't buy that dream house, you know, day one, they're saying, forget it, I'm gonna rent. That would be like me being like to my husband, I want a 10-carat diamond. If you can't give me that 10-carat diamond, I'm not marrying you. What? It's a starter diamond, right? Isn't that what we always say about engagement rings? The first one's a starter diamond? Okay, I'm sorry, I had to put that in there because my husband, if he sees this, he'll die. He never watches my videos, so he won't know, but you guys can have a good chuckle on it that I expect 3 more diamonds. I do, I'm not kidding. But look, it's like a starter home, a starter diamond, same concept, same concept. So I digress. But the bottom line of this is that not getting everything you want on day one is not a bad thing. For instance, the house I'm sitting in right now, this house does not meet all my needs. It has 2.5 bathrooms. In a perfect world, we would have 3 to 4. Yes, we're bougie like that, but it doesn't. But have I gained a lot of equity in this house? Yes. Is this house where I want? No, I want to be on a beach. We've talked about this. But have I gained enough equity in this house that within 10 years, I could probably sell this house and buy a house on the beach? Yes. And that is the name of the game with real estate. You're not always going to get what you want right out the gate. You got to start, buy up, buy up, buy up. It's a process, but you know what? Some of the best memories are made along the way. I still have very fond memories of, when my husband and I were in New York renting, the place was a little bit of a disaster, right? It had a shower curtain where every time you got in the shower, it would attack you, right? I have fond memories of that. The house that we bought in New York, I have good memories of that, even when it rained on our roof. Everything is a progression. So it's important for you guys not to get sucked into the social media hype, not to feel like if you can't have everything you want right now, then you don't want it at all. It's just not a good game plan for long term. And the reason is this: you will have to retire one day. You cannot work until you're 100. You're probably very young right now, and the concept of retirement is so far off. It's like me with sun damage, right? I have laid out my entire life thinking that being a leather handbag is just years and years away. It comes sooner than you think. Retirement is the same exact way, okay? And if you're renting, the cost of living is increasing. Rent is going up every single year. The thing about a house is you get in with a 30-year mortgage, regardless of what's happening with inflation and everything else, your payment's set. That protects you in retirement. Renting, zero protection. Zero protection. Zero. So please consider a starter home. Consider a neighborhood you wouldn't. Consider reinvigorating communities with fresh blood. Get those communities up. Let's do it. You will gain equity. You will get to your dream home. It's just sometimes it's not instant. Thanks for watching. If you guys have questions, as always, reach out, shoot me a comment. I'm licensed in 46 states to do mortgages. I have lots of terrible analogies I am happy to share with you at any given time. Thanks for watching.